Let's talk shop, let's chop chop and give a little real talk. Period. And today is a good day because you're about to smash with MAGA Hulk.
Hulk smash!
Oh, yes, indeed. You know when it is. You know where it's at. You know what we do. You know how we do it. We tear down liberal ideologies one smash at a time. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk. You and me, we're going to talk. Now, today, I want to go ahead and get into the left's push of terrible messages through our music, right? The left has the market cornered when it comes to this. The left is always trying to promote these songs that are just so disgusting and despicable, ranging from Lil Nas X to Nicki Minaj to Cardi B. I mean, you name it. The left has a chokehold on it, and they are promoting all this trash and filth. And the songs that we hear, I'm just like, what? Did he really just say that? Why did she do that? Goodness gracious, why in the world are they doing this? You know, and it baffles the mind. It really baffles my mind that they get away with this type of messaging in these type of songs nowadays. It's unbelievable. You know, I mean, especially the fact that kids nowadays are listening to these songs and they are singing these songs and they are dancing to these songs, and dare I say, also twerking to these songs. Goodness freaking gracious, it's unbelievable what's going on right now when it comes to our society, when it comes to our culture. And the thing is, they don't pay attention to the lyrics. They'll tell you flat out they don't pay attention to the lyrics. It's all about the beat, they say. But never mind the stuff that's creeping into their psyche and subconscious, and that's planting seeds of this, that, and the third when it comes to morality and when it comes to things that are good and noble and pure. Never mind all that, though. That's all being erased by this modern day push for terrible messaging. And it's not just the kids that are going. It's not just the kids. It's the adults, too. Right? And adults are in their cars listening to it with their kids, and the kids are seeing that it's okay to listen to this because mom and dad are. Mom and dad are listening to this trash. Mom and dad are listening to this filth. So why not I? And their minds are being warped and corrupted. Let's take an example, right? I really want to go into this. Let's take this example of the songs of yesteryear in comparison to the songs now. Okay, let's compare and contrast a bit if you can join on this journey with me, huh? So go on, put on slide 1 if you don't mind. Yes, indeed, put up slide 1. Yes, indeed. So let's check out the lyrics for My Girl by The Temptations, which came out in 1964, which was a platinum single. And in 1965, it was the #1 hit song on the billboards. Let's go into the lyrical content of this song. Oh, my goodness. Yes, indeed. Listen to this. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it is cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you'd say what would make me feel this way, my girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl. Woo! You can't beat that. That is a beautiful message. That's a beautiful serenade to his woman, to women in general, right? Because that's what it is when a man finds a good woman. It is like there's nothing like that feeling right there, huh? There's nothing like it. You want to talk about wholesome messaging? There it is. There you have it. Now, let's check. I'm going to throw up slide 2. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. These lyrics I'm about to read are from this song called WAP. WAP, which came out in 2020 featuring Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, which won America Music Award for Favorite Song, People's Choice Award for Best Song, MTV Music Award, Video Music Award for Best Song of the Summer, Billboard Music Award for Best Song. I mean, the list literally goes on and on and on. You want to talk about the song that never ends. It was such a popular song. It was playing nonstop. Lord have mercy. Let's listen to these lyrics. Not listen. I'm not going to play the song for you, daggone it. But I'm going to read the most tame part I can find, okay? Here we go. Look, I need a hard hitter. I need a deep stroker. I need a Henny drinker. I need a weed smoker. Not a garden snake. I need a king cobra with a hook in it. Hope it lean over. Lord have mercy, mercy me. I have never heard such filth in my daggone life that's allowed to be played over the airwaves. Okay? This stuff is played over the airwaves for kids to listen to. It's all over YouTube. Now, never mind talking about wholesome messaging. Never mind talking about different things that will get you deplatformed. Never mind all that. Because when it comes to this is acceptable. This is okay. Funny how that works, big tech. Anyways, but seriously, how do we devolve to this point? How? In the words of Kanye West, how, Sway? How? You don't have the answers, man. You don't have the answers. Music went from talking about my girl, talking about finding the girl of my dreams, talking about falling in love, talking about professing your love, talking about bragging about the love that you have when it comes to your woman. And vice versa, because there's a lot of songs that were put out in which it was the woman professing her love to her man. I mean, come on, Etta James. Come on, I mean, you can go on down the list. There was so much wholesome music and messaging back in the day that's not going on so much right now, except when it comes to conservative circles. You have a lot of conservative artists out there, Bryson Gray, Forgiato Blow, Topher, right? You have a lot of artists out there that are putting out a lot of good conservative music that is really wholesome, that teaches about things that are going to uphold and edify society and edify your spirit, right? But not when it comes to the left. The left is constantly putting out trash, is constantly putting out filth, and they want you to dance to it. They want you to never mind the lyrics. They just want that to be seeped in subconsciously as you become a slave to your mind, which is a slave to whatever it is that the whatever message they were trying to put into that they wanted you to digest. So, music, like I said, went from falling in love, of the love of your life and finding the love of your life and professing your love and things of this nature, to a woman or women talking about how good her female anatomy is. How good her female anatomy is, and how good it is, in so much that she has men paying for the opportunity to access what's between her legs. I see a big problem with that. I don't know about you, but I see a big problem with that. We went from the promotion of love in the 60s to transactional sex in the here and now. Does anyone see a problem with that other than me? Goodness. Now, granted, I will say this. The sexual revolution did happen in the 60s and 70s, right, which precipitated this whole gradual decline of morality and values, especially when it comes to sexual morality. So I'm not going to say that they're off the hook, right? Those of the 60s are not off the hook, because they're the reason why we're here now. Right, but at the end of the day, their wholesome messaging their messaging at the time was a lot more wholesome then than it is right now. Okay, I mean, like I said, let's compare and let's contrast something. But goodness gracious, look, ladies and gentlemen, we have fallen far as a society, and we need to honestly get back to wholesome values. We need to get back to the promotion of wholesome values. Values like finding the person that you're going to be with, right? For more than just pleasure, right? It's not just about pleasure, men, and some women too. Some women out there are just as promiscuous as men, because, of course, with this feminine push, they're saying it's okay for women to act like men and be led by their fleshly desires. So you got a lot of women out there, unfortunately, trying to behave like men, trying to be like men, trying to have sex with as many people like men, talking about body counts and things of that nature. I know y'all know what I'm talking about when it comes to body count. This is the stuff that they're promoting because it's okay to promote this when it comes to women. It's now okay. It's now okay. Right? But as we conservatives, we know that it's not. But it should be about love and marriage, not about pleasure. It should be about something that's going to lead to something long term with the love of your life, as opposed to a transactional situation that may last a few hours. But never mind that, huh? Because I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to put it like this. Any man can find a WAP. Any man can find that, okay? But not every man can find a my girl, which is going to be a lot more fulfilling than any WAP. Now, let me ask these questions. Can you share your hopes and dreams when it comes to a WAP? Not at all. Can you? Is WAP going to have your back? As you go throughout life, as you deal with the intricacies of life? Nope. Okay, is WAP going to be something, anything more than a fleeting fancy? Nope. It's not. I'm sorry. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta. Actually, let me address the men first. Do you really want a woman who's mainly focused on transactional sex, due to her pride and her WAP? Which I might add, I'm going to keep saying this, I'm going to keep driving this home, which is nothing more than a fleeting fancy, which is nothing more than something that's here for a moment and gone the next, right? It's not going to give you ultimate happiness. It's not going to give you long-term happiness. It's not going to provide joy in your life, fellas. And more to the fact, look, you got to look at this song. You really got to look at the song, because this song it was so popular. It was so widely popular. And you got to look at it because the song is promoting transactional sex, right? It's promoting transactional sex as if it's a good thing, right? As we know, the left, all they do is pervert that which is good, that which is right, right? So you let's look at some of these, some more of this verse. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet AP. Now make it rain if you want to see some wet AP. Goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. Pay my tuition for access to this and that body part, and make it rain for access to this and that body part. That's clearly transactional. Clearly transactional sex, a.k.a. prostitution. So, prostitution, ladies and gentlemen. So the song that kids are dancing to, songs that kids are singing, songs that these women are dancing to and having a good time talking about, hey, that's my song, that's my song. It's a song that promotes prostitution. No one else sees a problem with this? No one else sees a problem with this. So, is that what you rather have? No, is that what you rather have? Would you, or would you rather have my girl, right? As the Temptations put it. Let me go ahead and read some lyrics from the Temptations. My girl. I don't need no money, fortune, or fame. I got all the riches, baby, one man can claim. Well, I guess you'd say, what would make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl. See, that's beautiful right there. So we need to get back to wholesome messaging like that, right? Go on, throw up slide 3 for me. Yes, indeed. Now, this is what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. We need to show the up-and-coming class of young men how to be a true man. How to be a true man looking for a family, huh? A man who wants to love and provide for and protect a family, his family, which starts with what? What do you need before you get that family? You need a woman of worth. It's that simple. You need a woman of worth before you get that family. You need a Proverbs 31 chick, huh? You need a woman who's all about dignity, who has dignity, who's a virtuous woman, who's morally sound, huh? Who is clothed in strength and daggone honor, huh? Who's a hard worker, who's wise. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, as opposed to looking for transactional sex, for a transactional interaction that will never be truly fulfilling in the long run. And with that being said, let's go ahead and flip that daggone coin. We need, oh, goodness gracious, I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to hear me good. We need to teach this up and coming class of women that their goods are not for every man to sample as she goes throughout life looking for a daggone husband. Oh, let me go on and say that one more daggone time for those in the nosebleed section of the daggone bleachers. We need to teach this up and coming class of women that their goods are not for every man to sample as she goes throughout life looking for her husband. Okay? She needs to understand that sexual modesty and purity are still things desired and things that are desirable to a quality man. Look for a woman of quality men, okay? Look for a woman of worth. A woman, like I said before, who is a Proverbs 31 chick, and everything else will fall into place, right? You got to crave, you got to search, you got to look high and low and obtain the my girl, which will be much more fulfilling down the line, instead of some WAP, whose usefulness will not extend beyond the bedroom. Come on now. And you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. You know I'm telling you truth right now. You know I'm telling you truth because you understand what it is when it comes to WAP as opposed to when it comes to a good woman. Let's be real. Let's keep it 100. So let's change the mindsets, right? We have to change the mindsets when it comes to putting out or listening to music. We got to change our mind because it starts with one of the things that it starts with is changing the type of stuff that you're putting into your brain, right? You got to have wholesome music in your life, right? And you got to do away with the foolish messaging that only contributes to the degradation of society and the degradation of culture, right? Because you got to look at it like this: garbage in, garbage out. You fill your head with moralistic material, guess what? You'll be a more moralistic person. But if you fill your head with garbage, garbage lyrics, immoral concepts, ideologies, then you will definitely adhere to such things. That will be your MO, right? Because it's now seeped into your mind and it's grown roots. These seeds have grown roots, and now you're acting in ways you never thought you would or you never thought you could. All right, so we need to stop corrupting our own minds, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're willingly corrupting our own minds. Let's make our minds moral again, baby. Let's make our minds moral again. And in doing so, we can clean up the filth that's going on right now. In doing so, we can turn our culture around. In doing so, we can turn our society around if we would just heal our minds and get off this drug that's doing nothing but causing the degradation of society. Goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, let us make our minds moral again. Let us protect our minds from the filth that's coming in on a consistent basis and reject the left's push to further corrupt society and our culture. Okay? So, enough with all that daggone it. Yes, indeed. Let's get to the fun part of this daggone podcast. Yes, indeed. So, to all my fellow smashers, welcome to Smash. Yes, indeed. And we're going to talk about this segment, Don't Make Me Angry, where we're going to go whatever comments, whatever memes, whatever tweets you have sent to my email inbox, which is at magahulksmash@gmail.com. So let's get into it and let's see whether you rather have me happy or angry today. I don't know. Let's go on with the first one. Let's see what we got. All right. It says, and then one day he met the only person oppressing him. And it's a black man standing in the mirror. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sick of this idea that it's everyone else's fault but my own. I can't get ahead in life because it's everyone else trying to hold me down and hold me back. A matter of fact, I was at the gym just yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was at the gym and I was having a conversation with this. It's a mostly black gym, it's in the black area, and I was having a conversation with a black man, or two different black men. One was of the right, and one was of the left. And the one of the right was like, we were having a good conversation about what the right has been doing right and what the right has been doing wrong. And this leftist came in and jumped into the mix and started talking about, what the right doesn't do is try to prop up the black man. Like, what has the right done for the black man? And I was like, wait a minute, whoa. You're messing this up already. You're starting this off wrong. It's not about what the right has done for the black man. It's about what you are going to do for your fellow black man and for yourself, as a matter of fact, because last I checked, it's about self-accountability and responsibility when it comes to your daggone actions. Lord have mercy. But yet and still, when it comes to these leftists, it's all about what is people going to do for me? What is this person going to do for me? What is that person going to do for me? Never mind me doing for myself as an intelligent black man, as a productive black man who has all my faculties of reason in both arms and 2 feet. Come on now, never mind all that. It's all about what are you going to do for me? And if you don't do for me, you are oppressing me. Somehow not doing for you as a lazy person, as someone who's not going to be a productive member of society, it's now your fault because you didn't do it. So because you didn't do it, I'm now being oppressed by you. See, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not about anyone else but yourself, what you're going to do for yourself. All right, he met the only person who's oppressing him, and it's himself. That happens all the daggone time. Let's go on to the daggone next one. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, sir. Now, the Steven Crowder's changed my minds, right? So it has a Steven Crowder table, changed my mind. And it says, everyone's tough till I start flying. Changed my mind. And it has a picture of a roach. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'll beat my chest here and there, okay? I'll go ahead and beat my chest, but if I see a daggone cockroach, I am gone. I am out of there. See you later. Bye. I am 350 pounds. I will be the fastest man in the world at 350 when it comes to seeing a daggone flying roach. I'm not playing with these. Look, I'll put it like this. This is what I stick to, and I was till my grave. I'm not going to mess with anything with more than 4 legs or no legs. I'm sorry, not doing it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So you better believe I'm a tough man until I see one of those little 8-legged, I don't even know how many legs a cockroach has. But if I see it flying, I'm flying too, but the opposite direction, daggone. The Lord have mercy. That made me happy. I like that one. That made me happy. The first one made me a little angry, but that second one made me happy. I like that. Yes, indeed. Let's go on to the next one. Yes, indeed. Oh man. Oh, yes, indeed. This is the truth. Oh, it has 2 pictures. It says the top picture says the Emmys, and it has a bunch of people at the Emmys, all the elites, all the high, the high society type, and they're not wearing masks. And then underneath it says your child, and it has that picture of that daycare kid that's having a mask forced onto his face. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't see a problem with that, then I don't know what's going to wake you up. I really don't at this point in time. So kids are forced, babies, toddlers are forced. Masks are. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that video, ladies and gentlemen, but it makes me so irate. It makes my blood boil to see this grown adult forcing a mask on this kid who obviously doesn't understand what's going on. This kid doesn't understand what's going on with these freaking masks that these leftists want to impose on the American people. They don't understand. They don't get it. I don't get it. But yet and still, when it comes to the elites, they don't have to wear their masks, huh? when they're around each other, when it comes to them, unless they want a virtue signal, then of course they'll go ahead and wear their masks to prove a point. But other than that, goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen, it is so sad to see these elites not care, forget their own rules, right? But when it comes to these children who are in these classrooms, who are in daycare, they are physically forced to wear a mask. And I'll be daggone if a grown adult puts their hands on my child like this, trying to force my child. Ooh, I told you don't make me angry, and you're making me angry. Let's go on to the next one. Whew. Okay, let me calm down a little bit. Let me see. Okay, there's two pictures, right? The top one that says, "Please don't feed the bears. It creates a dependent population unable to fend for themselves." And in the bottom picture has a person scratching their head and they're saying, like, welfare programs? Woo! I like this one. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, indeed. What do you think a dependent population comes from? Incentivizing laziness. Oh, you've seen this happen with the pandemic, right? Employers can't get people to come to work because these people have been so accustomed to being spoon-fed by the government. They have been accustomed to, like a bird in a nest, sit there with their mouth open, ready to be fed by mama and daddy government. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. You're creating a dependent society. But that's okay when it comes to the leftists. We all understand when it comes to leftists, they love big government. That's why we here at TPUSA say big gov sucks for a daggone reason. Because all it does is create a dependent society that's waiting for mama and daddy government to feed them. When's the next time you're going to feed? Whenever there's a situation where there's some, you saw Andrew Yang, promoting UBI, Universal Basic Income. All it's going to do in any type of culture where there's any type of universal basic income or any type of situation where there's such things, it becomes a very unsuccessful society. It becomes a very unsuccessful culture. And the families don't thrive because they see no point in trying to strive for more when you're just going to sit. Why strive and work hard and may make it, maybe not, I don't know, when you can be guaranteed, even living in a life of mediocrity, you can be guaranteed money and you can sustain yourself off this guaranteed money, which just makes you dependent. I'm sorry. I'll liken it like this. It's like training wheels. If you constantly teach a child to use these training wheels, right, because training wheels are supposed to be used to eventually advance you to taking them off and you can get on the bike just, without the training wheels and you can go. But the government doesn't want that. They want you to get used to the training wheels so you will fall every time without it. They want you dependent on them, the training wheel. Lord have mercy, I can go on and on about this, but let's go on to the next one. This one is heartbreaking. This one is heartbreaking. There's a picture of a young black boy. It says, "My name is Demetrius Griffin Jr. In 2016, I was placed in a barrel by other black kids in Chicago and burned to death because I refused to join their gang. There was no march or protest for me, but when you are black and murdered by other blacks," I need you to hear me on this. When you are black and murdered by other blacks, your life doesn't matter. Oh, goodness gracious, that's it. That's it. Black lives matter until it doesn't. And more times than not, it doesn't matter if it's a black on black crime. This is I have no words. I have no words, right? This is unbelievable. When it comes to if it doesn't fit the narrative, If it doesn't fit the narrative, it will get no play from the media. It will get and even BLM, Black Lives Matter. Black lives matter unless you are a black boy or a black girl getting murdered by one of your own. Then all of a sudden, your life no longer let me go on to the next one. That made me angry. Let me go on to the next one. Okay. I'm glad we're ending on a positive note. It's a white guy, and he has that look, and he says, "Are you blaming Whitey again?" Oh, that's beautiful. Because everyone likes to place the blame at white people's feet, regardless if they have anything to do with the situation at all or not. When there was that crime spree where Asian people were being attacked by black people, and they said, this professor got up there and said, it's due to white supremacy. White supremacy. White supremacy caused these black people to harm these innocents. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Goodness gracious. I think that's enough. Oh, goodness gracious. We were kind of 50-50 right there. We were kind of 50-50. I kind of appreciated the good ones that y'all had, but some of those kind of made me a little angry. But because we're 50-50, I'm going to leave it at that, and we're going to leave on a semi-high note. Yes, indeed. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in today. You can find more of me at turningpointusa.com. You can also find me on Turning Point USA on YouTube, and also Real Talk Period Productions on YouTube. You can also find me at Real MAGA Hulk on both Instagram and Twitter. And I just want to do a brief recap, ladies and gentlemen. Watch what you're putting into your ears, watch what you're putting into your head, and watch what you're feeding yourself when it comes to these negative messaging, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for listening. And as always, we'll see you next week for more liberal ideological destruction. Until daggone next time.
Hulk smash!